KNWX here, and today we'll be talking about some upcoming, stuff, and and maybe the past events that have happened last week on Thursday. Kind of overperformed, so I'd like to talk about that and why it did. So let's get into it. So as you can see, at the end of the GFS, we could see this is the 12Z. Severe thunderstorms. There's a lot of, even high pressure is controlling a system right here. So that's more south though. And we also have a concerning hurricane, but I'll want to talk about that on another video. So as we can see, Michigan finally starts getting rain, so we see that, and then we have what could be severe weather on Sunday. That is a concern. Right now, the SPC has a 15% risk for all of these areas right here, but I could see an extension going like this, seeing how much thunderstorm activity I'm seeing right in this area. Now, this is not the right model, but that's just my opinion. Let's keep going. So yeah, Michigan kind of starts becoming a common ride-along spot. You see that? And low pressure just sits on top of Michigan, and this is probably what's been keeping the heat away. So we went into a blocking pattern, and now we're going to start getting rain again. So while Texas, that has high pressure sitting over them, is seeing 100 degrees and all this, we're off the camera, we're not seeing as much. And the heat dome kind of gets ready to go up. And as soon as it does, just in time for around the 4th of July, we start seeing 89-degree temperatures in Detroit and just 90 to 80 degree temperatures all around here. Now, I wouldn't be concerned because heat, whenever it does that, usually, unless you're in the south and you're in a heat wave, it's usually dry, okay? It's not exactly too dry. And nothing is stopping an ejection of Gulf moisture to just, go up. So as we can see, there's just, off the camera, there's some cape there, but it's on the 300-hour mark. 4th of July has been kind of it keeps moving on what we think we can happen on the 4th of July, so we could see a good amount of cape and all that in time for the 4th of July, as long as some good lift. So that's a little concerning. And as we can see, as more GFS runs start coming in, there's a large amount of just Gulf moisture building up this way. And this is not good for July, because that's when we see low pressure systems go a little north of Michigan, and this is when Michigan constantly sees, every time, other than 2020, in 2021 and 2022, July has been a tornado prominent area for southeast Michigan and just Michigan in general. So it's definitely a little concerning. This is only one on the GFS, so here, we're going to go switch over to one, just a sec. But as you can see, heat dome building up, heat wave incoming possibly in the future, but it's a little too far out to tell. So we're going to see some heat relief. Now this run pushes the actual heat wave and takes that heat wave and brings it up north. So this feels like this is regular temperature. Missouri is, of course, burning up. And it's just absolute chaos. Yeah, and there's the heat wave from Michigan. And the weird part about Michigan is that when the heat wave goes up, for some reason, it's like mainly just our state all of a sudden just decides to be in the 90s around all our states. And remember, it only takes one cold front, and kaboom! Severe weather, and all that can happen. But it's a little too far out to tell. Let's go switch over to the Euro, a more high resolution model, higher resolution, so we can see things a lot better. So as you can see so Michigan will have a heat wave this weekend. It's going to be a weekend heat wave, so you want to get out those kiddie pools and all that. So starting around Saturday, Friday is going to be in the 70s. I'll talk about some precipitation that could be on the way. And as you can see, there's that heat wave in the future that starts building up this way. Now, you can see it go down for one day, but that's a day that it goes down, and I don't really see a cold front, so it's probably cloud cover or showers and thunderstorms building up during that day. So as you can see, so there is a 15% severe risk for these areas around here. So as you can see, a cluster thunderstorms. I'm taking a guess, Minnesota. I'll check that afterward if I get that right. That'd be really awesome. And these thunderstorms, they go more south, and you can see those thunderstorms. And the low pressure system, as it goes through Michigan, it kind of just sits there, bringing multiple rounds of convection and showers and thunderstorms continuing on into Thursday. So definitely some concerns there. And there's another round that goes through, and these low pressure systems, they're not going fast, so you're not seeing squall lines like we usually do, and that's what I'm wondering could be a bad thing, because when we see squall lines, it has less potential for tornadoes and hail, but I'm worried if we get the shear in place for these systems that slowly go over Michigan, bringing several rounds of thunderstorms. I know Texas has been dealing with a lot worse, but the shear isn't the most right thing there, though, is the lucky part. But again, these aren't high resolution models. We don't really know what could happen. So here's the lightning flash density. So basically, will you see a thunderstorm or not? And as you can see, Michigan and Indiana and Ohio, seeing purples and reds, and it kind of just sits over as it goes through. So we could see, and you can see that next round come through. Now it's all about where that shear sets up. So you saw that right here had more shear. So these are going to be multicellular storms probably over here, created by their own shear of, I don't know, a separate cell, but I can't exactly know, alright? I need a bit more time, and, and all that. Let's pull up our dew points. So as you can see, this weekend, there's a heat wave, and all these showers and thunderstorms, which, if we get some shear, could spark a strong thunderstorm or two. And then there's the next one. And another thing weird about that is that there is just moisture sitting here. This is a favorable environment. All it needs is some more shear, and it will be exploding. I mean, I can see why these areas are more prominent, but as you can see, those dew points are going to try going as north as they can. So I'm going to wait and watch the future very closely, because I think we could see some big events possibly in the future. Let's move to the NAM 3K, kind of summarizing it. So as you can see, there's a bit of moisture buildup on Friday. Let's go on here. I really need more time, but Michigan could see a couple of showers and thunderstorms more early in the afternoon. So I'll do this for you guys. So as you can see, showers tomorrow. This model brings a thunderstorm around the Monroe County area, which in fact had a tornado on Thursday last week. So I got that pretty much right. And it is mostly dry, but for the it's different. And, you know, this rain shower is just trying to be difficult. But each one has the big bulk of the activity out by 5 o'clock. So, you know, with only a couple showers and thunderstorms, let's look at temperature. The temperatures tomorrow are going to be a bit cooler than they were yesterday, that's for sure. But we are definitely going to watch this weekend, because if I look on temperature, you can see that heat wave trying to build up. So we're going to watch it. Be careful this weekend, and yeah. Now, something cool that the NAM 3K is doing, so you know how the activity is going to be on Sunday? Well, here you go. 70-degree dew points are not a good thing if you don't want, you know, strong thunderstorms to happen. So that's why I'm slightly worried about what could happen. But this is the NAM 3K. It usually overperforms things a small smidge, you know. A couple thunderstorms could be possible Saturday as well for some areas. So trying to see if I have any other models I want to show. We'll do just the NAM so you can see that dew point build up. So it's all about where the strongest dew points will set up. Like the NAM 3K is showing the strongest around West Michigan, where we're seeing around, let me bring it on screen here. So as you can see, so it's bringing 2,000 Cape for the Traverse City area, and the problem is if we get storms to come off the lake, they have this thing called lake enhancement, and that's what we saw in Ohio on Thursday, as the supercell that developed inside a more instability prominent area and moved east. It brought that instability with it, and then it was able to go over Michigan, drop around 2-inch hail across Monroe, Ann Arbor, and just even dropping an EF1 90-mile-per-hour tornado on the beach line just south of Detroit. So as that tornado moved over Lake Erie, it developed another supercell that developed, and it went over Ohio, and it was quite a good-looking tornado. It wasn't a bad one, and it was one of the supercells that happened that day, and people thought the day would be stupid for that area, but trust me, it was a pretty active day for us. So, and as you can see, as we get over to the far south, you know, we see all these parameters screaming at us, tornado, and what I'm not liking that I'm seeing in a lot of scattered places is, remember what I told you about these photographs? These look real concerning, and this could be a big problem. And the NAM 3K pushes this more east, and, you know, it gives you just this, less photographs, and less things that are screaming severe weather. And I know, as you can see, we see these thunderstorms coming off the lake in Traverse City, and during prime time. So 5 to 8 p.m. would be a prime time area. And then we see this possible line of showers and multicellular storms and whatnot to come off the lake. But overall, it's going to look nice till Sunday. Other than Friday, so Saturday it's going to be your nicest day. Friday, for eastern Michigan, expect thunderstorms, isolated, maybe not even thunderstorms, maybe just a couple of scattered rain showers, which we badly need. Trust me, our drought monitor is really bad, and we're gonna hope that Friday those rain showers will be out for evening activities. So yeah. See you later, WXers, and if we get any updates around what could be possible on Sunday or something like that, yeah, Saturday, Monday, I'll update you guys. But I am going somewhere, so I won't exactly be able to take video. But I will try posting on the community page of my YouTube channel if I see anything concerning, like SBC updates, and anything that could be relatively concerning, her models, and I'll try my best to update you from there. But because I'm gonna be around in the West Michigan area, so I'm gonna be around these areas over here this weekend. So I'm going to try my best. If we see any storms come off the lake that could be possible, then I'll try my best, and we'll see if I can get any good footage of the lake-enhanced storms that will be coming off the lake possibly this weekend. So thank you for watching, and see you another time.